Hello and welcome back, David from Penny University on the other side of the camera because we are doing another mailbag. And before I get started, just want to point out, because someone always says this, no, I don't care about the comments. I do not care about negative comments, but since I get so many of them, I may as well have some fun with it. And that's what this is all about. And this is probably going to be a while before I do another one because I have some projects that I'm working on. I usually do this about once a month, but I have some projects that I'm going to be working on for the channel, so I'm not going to have any time for that. So let's go ahead and get started because, although some people may not have much sense, they always have 2 cents and they will give you change whether you need it or not. Let's go. You don't look like you're in that great of shape like guy such as Canadian Prepper. Most of you prepper are joke. You should be in military style shape of you consider yourself a prepper. Oh, really? So you can tell that from here up because that's about the most you ever see of me in most of these videos. And Canadian Prepper, I know who that is, but I don't watch the channel. I actually don't watch very many prepper channels per se. Quite frankly, because I don't want to accidentally copy. We all kind of talk about the same things as it is without literally copying someone. And that's really pretty petty to judge someone that matter-of-factly just based on an image. It sucks you are a spelling Nazi. I did not know you are so petty. I will unsub now. Bye. And the funny thing about it is that it sucks that you can't pay attention to what's being said in the videos, because in the video that they are accusing me of being petty and a spelling Nazi is a video where I'm talking about that when you see a misspelling in a video, it's not really as important as the message, and that people could overlook that. So if he was paying attention, he would have caught that, but he wasn't. He was listening to himself more than what was being said. I am an athletic, overweight person who takes a keto, and I will kick your ass for making fun of fat people. First of all, I don't make fun of fat people. All right? I've brought it up a few times that, obese people and morbidly obese people, they're going to have a problem. They're going to have problems in an SHTF situation. The athletic, overweight person, because I've heard this one a few times before, without the threat, by the way, but, oh, what about football players? And you know what? I'm not talking about the linebacker for the Chicago Bears. I'm talking about the guy who doesn't exercise, who weighs 480 pounds, and who can't get up a flight of stairs. That he needs to work on that, even though it's hard. And if you want to kick my ass, come and try it. That threat has been made before. And I have actually run into a couple of people who regretted that they made that statement. What exactly are people prepping? What exactly are people prepping for? There we go. Zombie apocalypse, a collapse of the United States, and a shipping container full of provisions is going to prevent what? Death or enslavement by people in the black Chevy vans? Do you people realize people are profiting like mofos on your paranoia? I mean, bury one of these if you're using it as a tornado shelter, but prepping, I'd rather use up my ammo on zombies and save the last round for my noggin. Hey, you know what? Why don't you just kill yourself first and save the rest of us the trouble of having to deal with you? Use that last round as the first one. Leave all of whatever prepping gear you have for someone who's going to do the right thing. And what does it matter what the person is prepping for? That's up to the individual. People prep for a lot of different reasons, from worrying about a tornado all the way up to worrying about collapse of government, and it's their prerogative to do so. It's their money, it's their time. And if that sort of a time comes, they're the ones that are going to be laughing about it. You really should get, at the very least, a good education regarding nutrition before making stupid statements. I guess they were trying to spell online and couldn't make it all the way. You really should at least get a very good education regarding nutrition. What did I say about nutrition that you're complaining about? Again, this is talking about one of the videos where I said that overweight people are going to have a problem. Is that requiring a degree in nutrition? Isn't it kind of obvious that if a person is morbidly obese to the point where they can't walk to their mailbox, that they need to work on that? You are an ignorant effing moron. Thumbs down because this wasted my time. Your robotic voice is annoying too. I bet it is annoying if I'm saying something you don't want to hear. I gave you a thumbs down at 999 comments, so haha. Two different statements. So you're an ignorant effing moron. Thumbs down because this wasted my time. Your robotic voice is annoying too. I gave you a thumbs down at 999, ha ha ha. And he went on for like 4 paragraphs. And I had stated that he's wasting his own time commenting that much on something that he claims not to care about. And then he says that I'm a troll, you're an effing troll, and I just debunked and called you out on it. Go F yourself, thanks for wasting my time, LOL. Oh, I never waste my time writing, FYI. Yeah, you are, because no one cares what you think. You debunked absolutely nothing that I had to say. You, even in his comments, really did not talk about the things that I had said in that particular video. Total waste of time. And it's interesting that he's calling me the troll, but he's coming on my videos and saying something and has no videos himself. You know what? If you know everything, start your own channel and get your own subscribers and talk to them. I haven't heard any preppers talking about any of this. Your video is stupid and makes no common sense, and please only carry a knife, idiot. This one is on the video where I talked about debunking some prepper myths. The reason I did that video is because everything that I talked about in that top 10 prepper myths video are things that people have said in the comment sections on basically most of my other videos over and over and over for a prolonged period of time. If I hadn't seen it in the comment sections 100 times or more, I wouldn't have said anything about it in that video. So even though you and your 2 or 3 prepper buddies may not have heard any of it, doesn't mean that it isn't something that's circulated throughout the prepper community and things that people don't believe or haven't heard before. So it may not make any common sense to you, but that's you. And please only carry a knife, idiot. Who said only carry a knife? I don't know what he's talking about there. I'll save everyone some time and answer the question. You're effed. You're welcome. Talking about prepping in general, why are you watching the channel? Why are you watching prepper videos? This is something that comes up all the time. All the time. Why are you watching prepper videos if you don't like them, you don't care about them? Just so that you can run your mouth? Is that the reason why? Are you that lonely? Have you got that little to do? I feel bad for people like that. It's really kind of pathetic. Preppers by and large are nuts who hate the real world so much they can't wait for it to go to hell. Grass is always greener on the other side, but the world ain't ending in your lifetime, so find a effing hobby. Another one, why are you watching the video? Why you gotta run your mouth over it? Something you know nothing about. Most people who are prepping are not prepping for the end of the world, okay? Tell that to the people in South Carolina right now. In the Carolinas in general who are in danger from hurricanes. People down there are preparing for an emergency. Some of them have already been ready. That's what a prepper is. They're not waiting for the end of the world, and they're not asking for it. That is a reflection of just ignorant propaganda. The type of people that we call sheeple, who believe everything they hear in the news. It's pitiful. Just find a way to indicate a newborn alpha and throw them in the trash or lobotomize them to human tomatoes. I bet the world will be a better place in 1 generation. That's evil. This is somebody who is indicating that if you take males who are male-ish, I guess, by nature, who behave like normal men and do something to alter them or dispose of them, that the world would be a better place. So if everybody's gender neutral and whatever, the world to be better. You really think so? You want a world of eunuchs because you are one? That's pathetic. That's pathetic. Plus, it really gives you a view into the mind of the stereotypical liberal, that they're okay with disposing of someone that might disagree with them in the future. Think about that. There's some things to read between the lines there. People have been preparing for the S to HTF since the 50s for sure, and it has yet to happen. Okay, I'll read that again. People have been preparing for the S to HTF since the 50s for sure, and it has yet to happen. So there has never been, since the 1950s, an earthquake, a hurricane, a tornado, a tidal wave, a blizzard, a flood, the loss of a job, or anything else like that, a storm that knocked out power, a drought, because that's what those things are, moron. It's never happened, and it's amazing to me. Again, programmed propaganda from the media to sheeple, people who don't listen and don't want to listen, that just believe whatever they're told and don't put two and two together. They put two and two together and they get three. The Bible as a source of knowledge, what will happen? How about the stories of Mother Goose? Just as reliable. And I don't know why they even said this on the channel. I really don't talk about the Bible, but they're trying to discredit the Bible by comparing it to fairy tales, Mother Goose. You don't have to believe it if you don't want to. You don't have to believe it if you don't want to. But don't take it away from other people if they want to believe it. If people want to believe in the Bible, if people want to believe in what it has to say, that's their prerogative. And you know what? They could end up being right. And won't you be sorry? Shit, I thought this would be a video debunking prepping. Now I'm going to be scrubbing paranoia contents for weeks. Good! I hope it sucks for you. Any cave is just a big grave. All you are doing is delaying the dying. Alright, so if there's a disaster, we should all just allow ourselves to die? We'll start with you. You can go ahead and die first. One less mouth to feed. Well, just my 2 cents, but what happens in the case of a solar flare gamma ray burst that will penetrate farther down than you can dig? Oh, right. Or an asteroid like Apophis? Apophis will hit us and take Earth out of orbit or whatnot, and the Earth will be as cold as space. Good luck living anywhere on the planet. LOL, preppers, just face it. A global disaster like that, you might as well embrace it and kiss your ass goodbye. Why are you watching the video? I can't say it enough. Why are you watching the video? Just so that you can pick on preppers because you don't understand what they're doing? Obviously, you don't understand what they're doing. There's a very small minority of preppers who are waiting for total global meltdown. We're waiting for like an asteroid or a comet to strike the Earth or something like that. Most of the rest of them are waiting for disasters. They're anticipating disasters. Many of them live in areas where they're prone to it. Is it a bad idea for someone in Louisiana to be prepared for a hurricane? Someone in the Carolinas right now? Tell it to the people in Puerto Rico. And just because something really bad like that did happen, the whole world should just give up and die? That's very cowardly of you, which doesn't surprise me one bit. It's not unbiblical to have preps stored, but you guys talk like you're going to sit and watch folks starve to death whilst you hide while all the persecution is taking place. That's wicked as hell, and we should be worried about preaching the gospel, not preserving our life here on earth. He that loveth the world does not love God. God didn't say roll over and die. And all through the Bible, you will find examples. And I did a whole video on it some time ago because the subject comes up so much. All through the Bible, you will find examples of people who did prepare or were instructed to prepare themselves for coming disasters. There's nothing wrong with it and nothing unbiblical about it. No food, go and kill something. until everything's been killed, which is going to happen very quickly when the trucks stop rolling. If it's an SHTF, like total grid down, the whole country, the whole world is without power for whatever reason, if it's a scenario like that, when the people run out of their 2 to 3 days worth of food, the average people, and they've looted every place they can break into, and they run around and start killing everything, the animals will be gone pretty quickly. So it's not that simple, buddy. Laugh is on you because we really don't care what you think either. It's a nuclear end one way or the other. Do you have a brain big enough for all that math? I don't know what this guy is talking about. Laugh is on me because we don't really care what you think. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you think either. And you don't know if there's going to be a nuclear end. And if there is, it's still survivable. I hate to break your heart. Maybe not for you. And maybe you shouldn't survive. Maybe we'd be better off without you. At this point, find a psychologist that can help you stop doing this. I get comments like that a lot. They put it on the prepper videos, obviously, and they want to imply that people who prep are somehow mentally ill or need a psychologist or a psychiatrist. And I just don't get that. It's like, okay, you don't think the way that I do or the way I want you to think, so you must need mental health. Maybe you need mental health for trying to force everyone to think the way that you do. Liked you until I saw your negative law enforcement videos. If it was not for the police, the country would go into chaos. It's in chaos now. It's in chaos now. You know, and I had basically, this video that they're talking about was one where I was saying that if you are confronted by the police, you know, if something goes wrong, some crime has been committed, the detectives want to talk to you, that you should keep your mouth shut. The worst thing you can do is talk to the police without representation if there's something going on. Never do that. I don't think that's so much negative police. And as far as the police, it's not like we have an alternative. And you know what? I'm going to do a video on that since it's come up. Great advice for a bunch of weirdos. Thanks! Am I weird? Sure, why not? Everybody's a little weird in their own way. And if you were truly liberal in the sense of the word instead of the stereotype of it, you could accept that. Try accepting that. Preppers have screwed this country up, a bunch of hillbilly losers with their hillbilly president. They will be the first to die in real life. Fox News is not reality. Well, no news is reality. Most of it is spin, stories, and bullshit that they have been force-fed to force feed to you. I would take anything that was said on the news with a grain of salt. Accusing preppers for being the people that have screwed the country up is absolutely ridiculous. They are not all hillbillies. A few maybe, but most preppers, hell, most preppers live in cities. They live in cities. They can't get out to the country. They wish they could. It's not in the budget. And then you want to add the president in on that because Trump is responsible for everything. He's responsible for this hurricane, you know. Thanks for sharing all that great insight. Just kidding, you're an idiot. Okay, I'm an idiot. I don't know what I'm talking about. Time will tell, and then we'll see who the idiot is. You are insane. I never heard any of this. What is this information from Bugs Bunny? You couldn't survive shit. You don't know what I can survive. You don't know what I've already been through and what I've already had to do and what I've already done. Some people would be shocked if I could even talk about it. And I'm insane because you didn't hear something. Maybe you need to get around more. Bruh, you're literally pulling shit out of your ass with your opinions, not facts. Gas molecules decay and turn into morbid turpentine. Fat people are fat and lazy and like the rest of nature can live off of fat. I would like to dispute everything retarded you've claimed, but I seriously don't waste my time. You already wasted your time by even making the statement. Again, the prepper busting video, if you're going to store gas, it can store for longer than what people believe. And the trick is to not have ethanol gas, to stay away from the ethanol. Nothing wrong with that, and a lot of people backed that claim up. Also, there's a difference between fat and blubber, okay? The fat that a bear stores and the fat that a person stores doesn't work the same way. So you're the idiot. There's treatment for your extreme paranoia. Please get help. It's so original. They're so original. It's like they have a script and they say the same things over and over and over again. It's boring. Come on, you could do better than this. A lot of people are going to die if they listen to you. You have excluded every habitable area except the cities. What was your purpose for this ill-advised video? Clickbait. I don't do clickbait. I don't do clickbait, and I don't have sponsors. And people can make their own decisions. They don't have to listen to me. They can actually do some of the research themselves. And if I talk about something and they want to follow up on it, you're sitting in front of the greatest research tool ever created, and you can filter through the internet garbage and find the truth if you want to. So, am I going to get people killed? I sure hope not, because that is not the purpose of this channel. The last season of Alone. Oh, here we go. The last season of Alone proves your fat person hypothesis questionable. The winner won due to his body fat factor. I actually had a ton of comments that brought up Alone. I want to tell you a few things here real quick. All right, I'll try to be real quick because I don't want this video to get too freaking long. It's already over 20 minutes. You, the audience, mostly preppers, survivalists, homesteaders, should have better discernment than to believe something you saw on a reality show. A controlled environment with a scripted outcome. But you're going to believe that I'm wrong about what I said about overweight people based on a reality show? Don't you know that everything you see on TV is fake? You would think that these types of people, preppers, survivalists, homesteaders, would be more skeptical about the things that they see and hear. Apparently not. And I will tell you something. And if you watched Coffee Talk, you know this, but you might not know this here. I was supposed to be on a reality show. I was supposed to be on season 2 of American Grit. The one with John Cena. I was supposed to be on season 2 of that. You know why I was rejected? You want to know how come? They told me they weren't going to use me. Because I got involved because the first season, it looked like it was just a lot of obstacle courses. And I was like, all right, maybe that's not fake. Yeah, I don't mind. I'll do it, right? And then I found out the whole thing was scripted. Everyone in it was actors. I would have had to join the Actors Guild to be on the show. They were all actors and athletes who were also actors. The show was scripted. The drama was scripted. The outcome was predetermined. The show was bullshit, just like every other reality show, including Alone. And you ought to know better. Shame on you for believing a reality show. And it's just as well they didn't pick me. They would have had to scrub me anyway because I wouldn't have gone along with any of that mess. Absolutely not. I'm not going to sit there and fake. I don't care how much they paid me. I feel like you just made these up. I've been interested in prepping for half my life and I've never heard many of these. And again, that's on the prepper busting video. And I'll ask them, I actually commented on this one. Do you have a channel? How many preppers do you know? That, because I get hundreds of comments about the very subjects that I brought up in that video. The Busting Prepper Myths video. If I hadn't heard it 100 times, I wouldn't have spoken on it. So there are people who believe that stuff. I didn't make it up. I say it is about time for someone to say war is coming, missile launched, just to be rid of the preppers. So you think that we should have a nuclear war to get rid of preppers, but it doesn't occur to you the preppers are the ones that are likely to survive it? Think about it. Think about it. Poisoning and killing innocent people is not likely to get you into heaven. SMH. And I had to look that up. I don't do text language and I don't do emojis. I don't know what the hell they are and what they mean. I guess SMH means shake my head. So poisoning and killing innocent people is not likely to get you into heaven, SMH, not to mention somebody poisoning their own dog or horse with your sick idea. And I think this is the very last video where I had mentioned that, you know, if somebody had a decoy pantry, that it is possible that you could taint a decoy pantry to make someone sick or poison them or booby trap it. I've heard a lot of preppers say that they would do that. And I mentioned it there. I didn't tell you to do it. I didn't tell you to poison your horse. I'm pretty sure that most preppers do not own a horse. So I don't know where the hell they get that from. So I think I'll end it there because this has gone on long enough. What do you think? Go ahead and post your thoughts in the comment section down below. Remember, once again, I'm not worried about what these people had to say. I could care less. I could care less, but since they said it, I may as well have some fun with it. And I know someone had said, hey, don't give them the time of day because that's what trolls want. They're not going to watch this. They're not going to watch this. The people who make these comments, you'll never see them again. You'll never see them again, or if they do pop up on a video, they won't even remember that they had said something or that they had been here before. Because that's what they do. They bounce around from one video to the next to try to stir up a hornet's nest, and for the most part get ignored. I think maybe 2 of those comments I may have said something. I may have left a simple response, and you really don't hear back, except for that one guy. But I ignored him after that because I wasn't going to encourage him. An argument is what he wanted. So what do you think? Oh, you like the pirate mug? Go ahead and post your thoughts in the comment section down below. Give the video a thumbs up if you got something out of it. Hope you did. Watch out. I've got, like I said, a couple of projects coming up here that I'm going to be doing videos on. And it'll probably be a while before I do another video like this, another viewer mailbag. I usually only do it once a month, but, you know, wanted to go ahead and get it knocked out. Like, share, subscribe. If you're new, check out some of the other videos. You may find something useful to you. I hope you do. And like it always says, stay frosty, folks, and thanks for watching.